Hi everyone! Welcome to the Gamasutra Twitch channel. My name is Brian Francis, your always invisible voice inside your head. I am joined today in the lower left-hand corner of the screen by Alex Waro. Alex, who are you and why are you invading my stream?
I'm just a diehard Star Wars fan. I'm just here to spread the good word about the Battlefront. Also, in my day job, I'm an editor at Gamasutra.com.
Yeah,
and
I work for Gamasutra too. That's crazy. All right, but
what a world!
What a world! But seriously, guys, we're here in this very strange week to play the Star Wars Battlefront II multiplayer beta with you all. But we just need to make it clear: this is the second game called Star Wars Battlefront II, as opposed to the other game called Star Wars Battlefront II, which you can actually buy on Steam and got its multiplayer back online this week, which was a nice thing I think for Disney and GOG to do. I really liked the original Battlefront II. So we're streaming this beta in part because it's out, and we might as well. It's kind of what a lot of people are playing. But also, Alex and I really love Star Wars. We really love Star Wars. We were just talking about how, like, in the background of the screen you're looking right now, there's a little Imperial astromech droid rolling around back there, and I was trying to figure out what kind of astromech droid it was. I think it's an R7 unit. If you know what kind of astromech droid it is, say so in the comments.
I've never heard of an R7 droid, but I will bow to your superior millennial wisdom.
It looks well. The thing is, I think this is an Imperial droid prop they used in the movies, so I don't remember what its movie designation is. But it looks like in the X-Wing miniatures game, which I won't shut up about. It looks like the R7 droids from that game. I'm a little rusty, but on what is what in Star Wars, but. Like, we're going to be digging into all of that today, because the stuff they put some deep cuts in here in this game. And made some new stuff, too. So in the beta, hopefully we'll get to play the full game in a few weeks. But for the beta, there's two missions that we actually might as well try out all three today. Arcade and the two multiplayer modes, if we can. Sure. I want to dig in, just because before we get started playing, I think it's worth talking about what's going on with this beta screen, though, because EA has done a really big job making multiplayer betas like this kind of free promo weekend for their games in the last few years. Alex, have you observed that as well?
Yes. I mean, it's a trend that's so established that it sort of seems silly to call it out as a trend anymore. Like, betas aren't really betas, at least in the traditional sense of the term. And that's cool. But yeah, this is it's hard to get a sense of what data, if anything, the developers will be able to glean from this test, given that the game launches next month. Or rather, glean and implement, right? So it seems mostly like they're just trying to get a little bit of good press out there, market the game to the right audience.
Real quick, let's talk about some notable things that are in this beta menu and will be in the game. Like, they're notable, like, I think from a game, like, how big games exist to make money these days. The first off is loot crates, and I just love how much work has gone into making a Star Wars themed loot crate like the one we're opening right now. Like, look at this. Like, oh, we got to make sure they're different colors. Oh, cool, I unlocked Han Solo. That's nice.
Yeah, there's clearly some, like, best practices at work behind the scenes here, because this looks so identical to so many other games.
I actually don't think I unlocked Han Solo. I think I just unlocked abilities for him. But yeah, you were saying?
It's so weird, right? Because, like, it's a crate that drops out of nowhere for no apparent reason other than just like, hey, good job for playing. And then it just sort of spews out these three random card-looking things, and then gives you the player the option to look at them all at once or one at a time.
Yeah, and none of that what you do.
Like, that's all kind of like superfluous UI. I don't understand why any of that's there, but it's there clearly for some reason, and it sort of looks like you're playing a free-to-play mobile game.
Yeah, and it's not like there's like some meta layer of stuff of like you're not an admiral like assessing all your troops or anything. There's no diegetic reason for it in the gameplay. It's just like it's just blatantly like we have to make money, and we're going to give you some free crates, but we also want you to buy these paid crates down here that cost credits. Although I guess like these credits are unlockable in game. These aren't the paid currency, so you can just unlock these as you play more games. But still,
and I don't think clearly the team went to a lot of effort to try and make these things fit with the theme of the game and fit with the world. I don't think that's entirely successful. It's a little dissonant to be opening up loot crates and like a random hangar in Star Wars. But I mean, we're at a place now in the game industry where even full price $60, big games like this are going to be half off probably within a few weeks or maybe a few months, and they're going to be on sale, and they're going to be, they're going to be made easily available to people at like very cheap prices, if not free. They end up in EA's Access Vault, and at that point, these kinds of microtransactions are the way that studio gets its money, right? Because you can only sell a game at $60 for so long, and it seems like that time frame has gotten significantly shorter in the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah. So that's Loot Crates. I want to also call out some specific stuff I noticed. I think it's interesting that they're using this home screen as a live menu to actually put in tips from players here. Like, it's weird to pop up in a Star Wars game and say, "Hey, get tips from Massive G." Sure. I thought it was Massive EG there, and I feel really bad. No, it's Massive G. Who I'm sure is a nice person and a very good Battlefront player. Certainly better than I am. Don't know about you, Alex. But like this is. I feel like I didn't notice this until I saw Blizzard using the Blizzard launcher to put this kind of layer in here. It probably happened with other live games that I just missed. But like the first booting up the multiplayer section, I'm assuming there'll be something like this in the full game. Like booting it up and seeing this kind of live community features in a game, I think that's at least good. Like it's like I said earlier, like it's weird that the crates don't feel diegetic, but I just don't have a problem with like a very multiplayer focused endeavor taking time to highlight players in its game. Like I think that's a cool thing developers have been doing lately, and I think it's functional. I think it helps like keep your community bolstered. Like I think it's a good tactic and a good space to do it, as long as you don't stumble into PewDiePie territory and accidentally put someone there who thinks Nazis are cool.
I think it's it's a well established way to build community and to highlight success stories, as you mentioned. Like, and you think of Blizzard, I think of Riot, right? I think of League of Legends. I think of how years and years ago when I started getting into League of Legends, I remember I was so impressed that the client would surface just very naturally like tips on how to be better.
Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot that League had it in their client first.
And I'm sure other games have had it before then, but that's what stands out to me is that idea, not pioneer, but like proven successful so long ago, finally sort of seeping forward into sort of like what you might consider a big budget holiday console shooter.
Yeah. Anyway, we've talked enough about this stupid menu. I'm just thinking back to Star Wars Battlefront II. I think some of this menu is a little cluttered, but who cares? Let's shoot some space characters. Let's start off in arcade mode just to warm up.
Sure.
I guess you can't do that.
I think
it's split screen co-op.
Yeah.
It's only versus local, huh? Anyway, never mind. Let's go down to the battle for Naboo.
I wonder, do I get to just follow along with you? Yeah, it seems like I do.
Yeah.
So this is kind of funny because like I don't. I remember when the original Battlefront games came out. I don't know if you were big into.
Oh yeah, I was absolutely big into those.
I thought they were really remarkable works of game design. I thought they were great multiplayer games. I didn't really get it. I didn't really get why you would want to play. Like after the first Battlefront, I was like, "That's cool," and I was done with it because it was just a Star Wars total conversion of Battlefield.
Yeah,
and that was rad. But that was, there's only so much of that you can take. But here they've sort of brought it back all these years later, quite successfully, I think. And I sort of wonder what the appeal is to you, because you seemed much more excited about this than I was. And what is exciting to you about like just playing a random grunt in this fictional universe and shooting other people?
That's a good question. I think my opinion of that has changed since I was a teenager, and this was a very different take I had back then. These days, I'm much more inclined to be much like what I want out of my multiplayer and what I want out of my Star Wars are very different. But I will say that Battlefield, like you have to sort of start off by asking what's the appeal of a Battlefield style game, and I think it's that there are first person shooters that are really good at like the standard deathmatch. Now we have games like Overwatch that have turned it into kind of the MOBA shape. But the idea of playing with like 40 people, I think it's 40 people in this mode, is appealing just because like that scale feels big, and when you do well on that scale, I think it's a appealing thing to say I am one of 20 people either doing my niche role and I'm helping out my specific way here, or I'm one of 20 people and I'm scoring all these points. Like I think the scale is the first place you have to start, It's kind of it's maybe like some people might say it's unfortunate that multiplayer games have only figured out the scale by emulating the horrors of war, but at the same time, at least this is science fiction war. As a battle droid, I feel like I should shoot these captured clones or civilians, but as someone who's played this, that's rough, yeah. But as someone who's played this map mode, I know to go out here and there's going to be a fight around one of these corners because everyone's rushing to the same spot. So I think you start there at the appeal of they're contributing to a bigger project is a cool thing in game design. It's why the old 40-person WoW raids were cool. It's why the shooting is starting. Let's get around this corner.
Did you just run all the way ahead?
Yeah.
That's very. I don't feel like a good battle droid would do that. You would be very cautious. You would be implacable.
You're role playing.
Yeah. Roger.
I'm fighting. This clone and I just had a very embarrassing standoff. So I think you start with there, and then once you're in Star Wars, Star Wars has always shown these giant battles things as part of the world, and I think there's just dang it. I think there's just something inevitably cool. I'm not dead. In fact, I actually killed the guy who was shooting me.
Nice.
I think there's just something inevitably cool about participating in that space and you have the opportunity to be one of the heroes, but being able to feel like you're there and you, the person, are getting to sit in this fantasy instead of watching someone else do it. Help, Alex, can you help me kill this guy, please? I'm just a wee officer.
I was just really taking in your salient points, and I sort of lost track of the fact that we're supposed to be fighting a battle.
Yeah.
I agree. I think what really stands out about a game like this is the pomp and circumstance, right? It's about the sound, the look. It's about recreating this.
Don't run too far up there.
This very striking cinematic space, and giving people a chance to play around in it. And I think DICE does a really remarkable job of making that real. Whoa.
This guy lagging?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't it's sort of strange. There's no. I'd be really curious to see when this game actually comes out, because it adds in a single player component that was absent from the previous iteration. And I think that is sort of what is necessary to tie this all together. Otherwise, it feels very sort of lightweight. You're just kind of a background player in these.
Yeah. I admit I'm having trouble with this map mode figuring out what the immediate objective is. I can see that attack logo over there, and I know we have to defend the MTT, which is the giant tank that's the giant brown tank rotating forward.
Do you know what an MTT is?
Yeah, it's a troop transport.
What does MTT stand for?
Not mobile troop transport. It's but it's something along those lines. The TT is troop transport.
I mean, that's pretty good. Mobile troop transport. I'll take it.
I mean, you saw these in episode 1. They just dropped the droids out and then had 2 big assault cannons. I'm respawning, so.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of network issue, which I imagine is because the beta went live today for the public.
That was what was happening. That one guy we saw. I'm trying to flank our enemies. Yes, the current objective is keeping this MTT alive while it assaults the fortress. Then if you get enough points, you can spawn in you can actually spawn in with a starship. You can trying to get my droid.
This is not a salient and incisive bit of game design insight, but I definitely had trouble not shooting the stormtroopers when I was on the stormtrooper side, because they're the good guys, and so all of a sudden you'll see heroes from the movies fighting alongside stormtroopers, and you're like, oh wait, no, I gotta shoot those guys. But
all right, Alex, have fun with whatever you're doing. I'm going to spawn in as a bomber and see how I can do.
Oh yeah, so that's also really interesting, and I'm glad you're going to do that now on stream, because it's it's a tricky thing to make those ships feel good on a gamepad in atmosphere, and I'm not sure they succeeded at it, but it's definitely interesting. I
crashed! I forgot I inverted it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was embarrassing.
So this beta is interesting as well, because it offers a space only option where you can go and play starfighters. Have you tried that at all?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I admit this is the main Battlefront experience. I'm sort of take it or leave it on, but the space stuff is absolutely the space, and the promise of a story mode is what's making it. I'm probably going to pick this up. or try and get the mainstream.
We should dig into what it is about that design that you find very appealing, because I don't like it at all.
It's not as good or as natural as Rogue Squadron felt. I'll say that, but
well, what about TIE Fighter? I mean, TIE Fighter is the actual like good space fighting game.
Don't you dare diss Rogue Squadron in front of me. Don't you dare. TIE Fighter is like a flight simulator, if I recall correctly. I played X-Wing,
because you gotta fly those things. They're spaceships.
Yeah. And Rogue Squadron was very arcade.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm just really bad at gamepad. Oh, here's another one of those R units. It's not an R7. Would you say it was an R7? This is an R5.
Yeah.
So when did the R7 come out? You were trying to tell you were regaling me with the story before we started streaming, and I just want to know.
Grenade.
Oh.
Sorry, had to deal with that.
Activating strategic control circuits.
The R7s, according to the Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game that I love so much, came out after the Galactic Civil War, which we are definitely not in right now. We're definitely in the... Although there's an interesting... I was reading coverage of how they're setting up the campaign for this game. Up. Officer versus officer fight. Yeah, I got you. They're setting up like Han Solo and Boba Fett can show up in this battle right now. I've had them both kill me already. Not in this game, but when I was playing this. What was I gonna say? The story conceit is that they're like the Emperor sends the main character of the game back to Naboo to do some stuff, so that's why they're able to like have a Rebels versus Imperials battle here. So they're finding a way to recycle assets by building a story that can like they're adding all the prequel stuff to this experience.
I think it's really interesting this challenge of having to make a game where all sides seem worth empathizing with.
Yeah. Or at least embodying. Yeah, Nicholas Wagner's in the chat. This is a 40 versus 40 multiplayer mode. The space mode is much smaller at 20v20.
Yeah, and I think there are AI in it. I can't take a look at it, but I find that really frustrating because the AI can fly those ships perfectly and just shoots you down.
Yeah, but they're really stupid though.
Yeah, but it's still so like I mean I'm just bad at it, but it's very disheartening as a player to just be in a match with other players and then have no choice, at least in this beta, about having there being AI players as well, and then just having yourself get constantly shot down by AI that are flying better than everyone in the match.
Oh, sorry, did I say 40 versus 40, Nicholas? I think this is 20 versus 20.
Yeah, it's just 40 total.
I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry.
You should be turn in your card.
I'm a bad gamer.
You're in timeout. Let's not use that word ever. You're a bad video game player. Ah! I've totally lost you. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Let's do teamwork. Because that, I guess, is the appeal.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, like...
We really need to take out that gunship, actually.
Which gunship?
The one up in the sky that's shooting our MTT.
There's some really pretty birds in this game. That's what I noticed playing this beta yesterday, is there are just some really amazing birds just hanging out in this battlefield.
The poor birds. Oh no, I hear a Jedi.
That's probably fine. How bad could it be? Oh, I forgot I had special abilities. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like, this is unfortunately a case where I'm sort of
just... Get behind my shield.
I died. I'm going to try and take out that gunship.
Good luck. This is the first time I died. Let's see if I can get that ship.
Let's go into the...
Nope. Maxed out.
Fighter.
Nope. Okay. So, yeah, I don't... it'll be really interesting to see if this game can hold a multiplayer community. Because I don't know. Did you play you played the previous one?
I played the beta for it. Unfortunately, not the full thing.
Yeah, so I did the same thing. I played the beta and I was like, oh, I'm good. And then I did not invest.
There were just a lot of other good games coming out.
Yeah, and this year, just the exact same story. So the question is to me, like, a multiplayer game lives and dies by its community, and can this game find a good community with the addition of a single-player mode that will bring a new, group of folks in?
And it looks like they're putting a lot of work in the single-player mode, which is appealing to me, at least. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh God! Ah! Why did I do that?
Are you okay over there?
We got our butts kicked because they just shot down our MTT.
That's interesting. I've never seen this map end here. I've always seen it go. It has
it turns
multiple
into
stages.
a grind at the end.
I really like it at the end because you're fighting in a palace and there's like lots of little like room to room encounters.
Yeah, man, that was not good.
That's okay. You did great.
Thank you.
Something that's funny to me, and it's not directly tied to this game, but while we're waiting, should we try to find a space match or something?
Yeah, let's do a space match and then we'll decide how we want to.
I'm gonna be so angry because I'm very bad at the space. But something that I find funny is that when I was younger and I enjoyed Star Wars, and Star Wars was not owned by Disney and the thing that it is now. I got really into the expanded universe novels and like the card game, the trading card game, or the collectible card game. Because in like I just thought Star Wars was cool, and so did my friends. And B, I ended up like learning a lot of little tidbits, and my young brain was hungry for that. Like I wanted to know what all the ships were called. I wanted to know all the characters and stuff. And it's funny to me that you had a similar experience with the miniatures game. So much so that you can tell me what this random droid in the background is, even though I've never heard of it.
Yeah, again, may not be accurate about that droid.
Let's just say you are.
But I think it's how a lot of people get into Star Wars. That they early on realized like that people wanted to know more about what was going on. So it started, I believe, with the tabletop RPG, and then it bled into the books and games that were made afterward. I will not be talking as smartly about this in a second, but for me, it just turned into like I wanted more Star Wars, and at the time there was a plethora of more Star Wars that was a rewarding experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if that's true now because I get new Star Wars every year in December, and what alternatives they offer me seem to mostly be, we're Imperial again. Why are we the bad guys today?
Or are we the good guys? I lose track. I guess we're the bad guys.
Well, it's the Empire, so they're pretty bad.
Yeah. Or are they?
Don't be one of those people, please.
Yeah, no.
No, but it's like at the time it was like, here's new Star Wars, here's the characters dealing with new threats that are new and interesting ways, and new character development and new stuff. Like a lot of the old EU was bad, but but this consistency between things. Look, dude, Darksaber.
Darksaber was great. It's like isn't Darksaber the one where it's like just the laser from the
it's a
Death
fucking
Star?
hut using a
That's so good. It's like a giant lightsaber in space, but it's a dark saber because it blows up planets.
And they all, I'm sure you love the Crystal Star.
Yeah, I don't remember that story at all, but I had definitely read that book, and I definitely loved it because I was 12 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it wasn't always, but like the consistency was to the point that like you'd play as Kyle Katarn in Jedi Knight in the Jedi Knight games, and then by the end of New Jedi Order, he was showing up in the books. And then like they made the Republic Commando game, and then they made the Republic Commando books. Which were really good until they weren't.
Yeah, I actually totally lost track after I want to say grew up, but I just moved on to other just as silly and fun things. But yeah, I just I don't know. I find that preponderance of lore around these core film properties fantastic and really interesting. And it's funny you bring up. I don't think it started with the tabletop RPG. Like it started with the toys, right? And then probably books and like the animated Christmas special and stuff, the holiday special. But it's funny because that tabletop game I think was originally published by West End Games, although there's been multiple iterations. And I'm pretty sure like some game designers that we would know.
It's being Fantasy Flight has gotten their hands back on it and they're republishing.
No, but the original, like way back in like the 90s, West End Games. Like I think Greg Kostikian worked on that, and a few other people who have since like worked and been involved in video games. And
really?
It's always interesting to look back and see how people's careers touch all different kinds of game design, not just video games. I'm so bad at this part.
I'm doing okay.
I would love to talk to somebody on this project, ask them why they didn't invest the effort to allow fully remappable controls, because I know it's probably a pain. But like this specifically, you can change actually a lot. I gotta say, like looking through the beta, there's a wide variety of options to mess around with in terms of accessibility, like colorblind options, and there's like lots of different ways to control. But there is just no way to put to reverse the sticks from the default. So like I forget exactly what they are, but like left stick will be pitch and roll, and right stick will be thrust and yaw, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever the default is, I wanted to exactly flip it so that just the sticks were reversed, and I couldn't find a way to, despite there being 3 different mapping options. No? How you doing out there?
Trying to work on these X-Wings.
Yeah, this mode does not give me any greater sympathy for TIE fighters. This seems like a really bad
Yeah,
ship.
I know. I want to be on the rebel side right now.
Oh wow, I got a kill. I've never shot down an X-wing. That's pretty cool. I guess. Sorry, that guy or girl.
Yeah. This is so cool.
Well, here's like another really stupid nerdy thing. These ships don't make these sounds except in atmosphere because there's no.
No. All these ships make sounds in fucking space. That's where we fucking first heard them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I am literally been on this guy's tail for 2 minutes and I can't kill him.
And I guess it'd be a pretty boring soundscape for your multiplayer match if it was all just like silence and occasionally like the muffled thwomp of explosions.
I think I've seen some games do it well actually, like no sound in space, like the muffled thwomps.
Yeah, Eve Valkyrie did a really good job of that.
But it's not mandated, but it's Star Wars. In Star Wars there is sound in space because no one cares.
I mean, I think what we've been talking around this whole half hour or whatever is just like a big appeal of a game like this is the sound.
Yeah,
it's hearing the whoosh whoosh and the laser noise and the scream of these ships flying around. And
I think I just blew up a blockade runner. That was awesome. Nope, but we lost one of our Imperial cruisers. That's not awesome.
Nice. I've totally lost
the objective
you.
here is to focus on defending the ships and attacking the ships. So taking out their this X-wing actually isn't the highest priority target right now, but who cares? We'll
Worst wingman. I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up? Oh, bye.
There is no way to keep wing. Oh yeah, we lost. That first objective is pretty easy for them to take, though. I think.
I have never been able to keep track of what's going on in this match. There's stuff flying around. There's targets on my HUD that I got to shoot, and every 30 seconds to 2 minutes I blow up. That's how I play this video game.
Woohoo!
Oh, oh.
Alright, come on. You're just gonna
Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh, no. So when did you stop taking in expanded universe Star Wars garbage?
Have I ever truly stopped, Alex?
Interesting.
That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we all saw Rogue One. Like, that is pinnacle.
Well, but that's like a mainline Star Wars movie. That's like, hey, here's a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And, but I mean, like, when's the last time you bought a book about...
I didn't buy it, but I was given a book a couple of years ago. I'm going to try and work on I'm going to try and make a bomber happen. I was given a book a couple of years ago that kicked off the new EU. Because a friend who's a cosplayer got a advanced copy.
Sure. I mean, oh my god. This person.
I guess...
This is alright. You know, I take back my criticism. I had a rough time last night, but this match is kind of interesting.
No, it doesn't!
It is definitely, I think, remarkable that they were able to build both essentially like a not bad dogfighting system or space for dogfights along with a bunch of ground battles.
Yeah. This is way better than the flying in the first game didn't have, in the first new Battlefront, didn't have any space version, so the fact that there's no ground here makes this a lot easier. Alright, I'm looking out for their Y-Wings.
I done got shot.
Because they're trying to fly through the center of the belly of this vessel above me.
I'm going to look in chat, see if anybody has any strong feelings about Star Wars.
Nah, I've been keeping an eye out. Nicholas Wagner's hanging out, but...
No? Well, if anyone does have any strong feelings about Star Wars, like the Legacy is actually way better than the current EU, jump in. Let's hear it. This is also like a multi-stage engagement, and I think now we have to fly around inside one of the ships.
Yeah, we have to defend it. Though they have to fly in too, and we're out of... I'm actually regretting picking this bomber now because there's no more hard targets. So I have to try and catch A-Wings, which is like this guy.
I just ran into a gun. That's probably not how that gun was meant to be used, but it was pretty effective.
Oh, I guess I just like totally... Yeah, I guess the cool thing with the bombers is it has more lock-on weapons, so it's easier to get a few more points.
Yeah. It's not bad, I guess.
Ooh, someone up! I think Boba Fett's out there. Because I just heard the sonic bombs from the Slave 1. How do you change your, like, what is it? Pitch?
What does Slave like?
Uh-oh. Alright, I'm working on these Y-Wings. Come on.
Man, imagine if they just... I don't know. Imagine if this game had been... It's. I wonder, could a game of this scope and like technical
Dang it.
marvel be created with just a single-player story today?
They're not at this scale. I think they deliberately designed all of this to, you know, like...
Oops.
It's a multiplayer game and they're making a single-player game using the same development assets.
I wonder what would happen if they'd gone the other way around. Like, would there be a Battlefront 2? Wow, I can't believe this fight's still going. I feel like we're just getting whooped.
I think we're doing okay. I think we're stopping them from taking the objectives. Going to the belly of the beast to try and shoot anyone who's... Like this guy. Hey, buddy.
I wonder if I just fly directly into the engines of the Star Destroyer.
Well, they just crashed, so that was funny.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh. That's too bad.
Right, that's what that is. Oh,
But I guess...
Bomber
right.
buddy. I like that they put this circle guide in here for you, because if they aren't going to make it so that, like, weird, like, if they're going to put this, like, guiding system...
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty standard for, like, flight games. The idea that you have some kind of, like, target lead indicator. I'm sure they had that in, like, Rogue Squadron or whatever. Although I never played it. Oh!
I don't think it did. I think you just, like, it was easier to...
Oh, hey, the Millennium Falcon's hanging out up here. That's cool, I guess.
Die.
Guess I'll just shoot this thing. What could go wrong?
Yeah, the problem is hero things in this game. I mean, it's like they're overpowered for a reason, and I get it, but they are overpowered. Yeah, that was definitely Slave Ones out there. I'm glad we turned up the audio for this, because, again, the sick Star Wars audio. Like, the audio... We won! Woo!
Totally radical. Yeah.
I love when the Star Destroyer just comes in and just...
The rebels will think twice before daring to attack these yards again.
I definitely have more fun with this mode than the ground mode, I gotta say.
Huh, I feel the exact opposite.
Do you want to go back to the ground? Yeah, see, it was Boba Fett who was the MVP.
Wow. Yeah, they're all just Boba Fett.
It's the same guy.
I'm down for whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. I'll be your wingman.
Let's do another round, I say. Then we'll wrap up in the main mode.
Whoa! It's cool. Sorry, everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
I got 6 assists and destroyed 1 objective.
Oh, nice. I didn't even look at my stats.
Yeah.
It's hard to feel invested in something like this. It's going to be wiped. And so, I mean, very clearly, as it's intended, I'm treating it like a demo. Like, oh, this could be an interesting project.
Yeah. Guess what, guys? Time to be an X-Wing.
I think I just joined you, but I'm not sure.
Are you in the same? Are you in waiting to start right now?
I'm loading into something.
Uh-oh, we may not be in the same game.
That's fine. It's a beta. Whoa, I'm just like in a fight now.
Well,
no.
Alex abandoned me, everyone.
No, I'm with you. I'm picking an X-Wing. Which is the only right thinking choice.
Yeah. It's like 8 seconds left, right? 6,
yeah.
5, 4.
Yeah. I'm with you.
All right, yeah. I guess it just loaded. I hit X, so it loaded me in faster.
I wonder how they'll do with the loot boxes. Feels like people have been getting a lot of...
Yeah, people aren't fans.
Yeah, studios have been getting a lot of pushback in the last couple of weeks about loot boxes. I'm thinking specifically of Forza and some other stuff.
And Shadow of War.
Yeah, so... I don't know.
Everyone's working on this left cruiser up.
But at the same time, I think a Star Wars game hits an audience that Forza does not. Hits an audience that is maybe not too concerned about how it spends its resources in terms of games or how it spends its time, because maybe they don't play a lot of games besides just the occasional Star Wars game. Whoa.
R2, fix me up! Who's on my tail?
I'm just gonna shoot this thing. I don't know what it is.
Dang it, I got blown up.
That's okay. Oh man.
You got blown up?
No, there's this thing that happens. I'll have to take a closer look, but there's no. I don't know of any kind of radar system, so occasionally you'll just like be getting picked apart from like behind and above you, and you just end up kind of vainly searching for the target until you die. Which that's probably like it would be in real life, I guess. In X-wing and stuff, you would have some form of a radar, so you could kind of like look at the scope and be like, "Oh, someone's coming up behind me." And you could pull some maneuvers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just killing our bomber squadrons. I'm gonna go Y-wing and try and actually hit the objective.
Good plan. Shoot the bad guys. Alright, here we go. I wonder if they'll have Z95 head owners. Like, how deep do you think this game goes?
I think they've just limited to 3. I think they've limited to these. Working on the cruiser, working on the cruiser, working on the cruiser.
It is interesting how they've sort of made the choice to standardize the
it's
like
just
classes, I guess, because they didn't have classes in the last one. They had like loadouts.
Yeah, because it's like there's a role for everyone in this fight. Like interceptors are anti-fighters, the assaults are mid-range, and bombers are objective. Like I'm just hard targeting this objective right now.
I was trying to blow up this gun, so I just ran into it, and that worked. It's a good strategy. Recommend you try it.
Hang on, I actually have to turn around. Coming back for another bombing run. Oh, what's interesting is this is actually something that overlaps with the X-Wing miniatures game. Is the we're flying BTL A4 Y-wings, which means I actually don't get to use my turret.
Oh my god! Tell me all about this. Just tell me all about how these work in the miniatures game and
these.
Yeah.
These Y-wings are meant to just be on forward attack runs instead of doing bombing stuff. Fuck.
But the Y-wing is a bomber, so why would it give up its bomb?
Y-wings are modular loadouts, so you can Oh, of course.
We did something there.
Well, it's a bomber, but it also has it has a turret, it has torpedoes going in the A-wing, so it's not meant to it has multiple roles. So they deploy some bombing Y-wings. They sort of take the bombing role away from the player, which kind of sucks because part of the reason the original Battlefront II was so cool was that Y-wings could do the bombing run stuff, and you could just win the match by destroying hardpoint objectives.
Mm.
But the BTLs are just in the X-Wing miniatures game. If you equip the BTL title, you can only shoot forward, but you get some other bonuses for making that trade-off. And there are certain builds that it works with. But in this game, it's just that's the only Y-wing you can fly. You have no choice. All right.
We haven't played an old game in a while, but I think you should have a look at the original X-Wing games. They are amazing. Although they're also 20 years old and require a joystick, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Dang it. Dragonfire dude got me.
That's rough, buddy. Oh. I totally have lost you. I really apologize. I should be there. I should be there shepherding you.
There's no way to be a squad mate in this game. This mode isn't congenial for it. I don't know if I can think of any. In X-Wing miniatures, it's very easy to make, squad movement happen, but... Alright, I'm going on a bombing run.
Alright, good luck.
But, yeah,
Take down those shield generators, then we can go after the Star Destroyer.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep, I'm just in here. Yeah, this is kind of cool. You can make your small little, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead.
Do you feel like all your time spent shepherding tiny X-Wings around a board has prepared you for this kind of experience?
Absolutely not.
You're a better tactician. Well,
nope. It's got nothing to do with this. It just helps me know that, I just remember that there's a BTL A4 title, which turns you into this. Making my attack run. With someone else, actually, so this is actually kind of cool.
I'm really impressed that anyone could get enough points, enough kills to actually get one of these ships, get one of the fancy ships. I thought Y-wings had this is from X-Wing 20 years ago. They had laser cannons, ion cannons, and then proton torpedoes. Is that not what these have?
We have the ion turret, but we don't have. I mean, the proton torpedoes, but we don't. And you like your basic default is shooting a laser cannon, but it doesn't look like you can shoot. Like you can drop bombs or anything. Dang it!
How would you drop bombs in space? There's no gravity.
You just eject them out the port.
So it's like just kind of chuck bombs. Oh,
Yeah. I'm just letting myself get killed a lot so I can... I'm actually going to switch to a fighter and try and hit these things. Oh, someone's spawning in with the Falcon.
now I'm just imagining like someone kicking open their cockpit and just like tossing out a hand grenade, World War I style. Whoa!
There is a, I think there is a card for that in the X-Wing Miniatures game to kind of do that.
I mean, it'd be good thematic resonance, right? Because these sequences in the movies were based upon
Yeah.
Actual fighter planes
Yeah.
doing bombing runs and stuff. I don't remember if it's World War I planes or World War II. I should know that.
World War II.
Oh, I guess they probably had advanced beyond just opening the cockpit and dropping bombs at that point.
Yeah. And it's World War II because they actually were able to look at footage for the first time of like, what does flying
Oh, right.
look like? Because World War II is where cameras were actually deployed to the front.
Oh, that's how you get points. You play the objective.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm trying to, but the hockey geek keeps stalking me.
I just ran into the objective. That seems to do it pretty well.
Yeah, I guess they have to put ramming damage in this game.
Oh, I just shot the hockey geek.
Thank
I
you.
avenged you. Stop the kill streak too. Oh, I'm definitely dead now.
Where's the shield? Where's the objective? Yeah, we have to get on this because we only have 32 more reinforcement points.
Oh, I didn't even see that. So this is interesting because I have not like made an exhaustive study of the UI. Is that in blue our remaining reinforcements, and in red our progress towards the objective?
Yeah.
Man.
It's interesting that like I can't, if I hit this through the normal way of entering this place, I cannot. It's very much harder to shoot this.
Oh yeah.
I gotta swing around. Yeah, we're a little.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to shoot this thing. Ah.
Yeah, it's at a different angle. Oh, you have to come in it from the back.
We're solving gameplay problems right here. All right. Oh no, that didn't go so well.
Come on, we can do it. I think we'll get reinforcements if we do it. Trying to swing around.
I have 1984 battle points. What a good year.
We did it!
Cool.
Woo!
What does that mean? What do we do?
Now
do
we
win?
have to defend. Or wait, no. Now just we engage enemy fighters and wait for the orders. Yeah, hockey geek.
Yeah, get that guy or girl or person. Oh no! Oops. Man, I don't know how you ever earn enough points.
Hit the objective and also take out your nemesis.
Mm.
Disable the couplings. Couplings. Down there, docking clamps. Because yeah, we're
Okay.
taking. These things take fire.
Oops.
All right, I got one coupling and then I died.
I will be interested to see if they put more in the final game that encourages like co-op play, because I have had no luck trying to stay with you or help you at all.
I mean, I doubt it. Like we said earlier, this is the final. All right, we're going for these couplings.
Shucks. Yeah, there's even a little pop-up here. Stay close to teammates to earn bonus score.
I mean, that's kind of an incentive, but
Yeah. My teammate just ran into me. That's too close.
where's this last coupling?
You can do
Attack
it.
the reactor.
Okay. Stay on target.
Oh, it's underneath. Fuck. Yeah, that Imperial siren going off. Yes, that's where the reactor's supposed to be. Yep, gotcha.
Did you get it?
I hit it with a torpedo. Come on, droid.
Wait, do our droids heal us? I should
Yeah.
know this. Man.
All right, coming back as an X-wing. We're doing some damage to it. We can do it, Alex. We can win.
Okay, all right.
I'm enthused.
I'm all in.
All the couplings. We only have 30 seconds. We got to hit the couplings again.
Okay, where are the couplings?
Follow the objective markers. They're really weak. It is interesting that like you can kind of just after a certain point like stop paying attention to enemy fighters and just play by hitting the like. I don't think it's the best way to play. Clearly, they want you to be like, that's Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
Oh, hey, interesting.
Boba Fett.
Oh, no idea. Oh, it's the hockey guy.
Oh man, yeah, we probably fed him a little there.
This is like a really good ongoing rivalry. I lost him. Sorry.
One coupling down. All the couplings are down, I think.
Nice.
Attack the reactor. We have 30 seconds to hit it. It's under the Star Destroyer.
I'm lost.
Dang
Sorry.
it. Go for the reactor.
Me and his TIE fighter are just hanging out up here.
Oh, we only have the reactor's down to 30%. We only have 10. We're melting it. 15, 15.
That's what I like to hear. Melting.
5. We destroyed the reactor.
Do we win?
We won.
Oh man, that's too bad. I just had enough points to be the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Good for the purpose, though.
I'm glad we won at least one game on this stream.
Yeah, it's interesting. Oh man.
Yeah, the hockey. Yeah.
There's your buddy.
This is definitely like enemy team has more points, but we grabbed a snitch.
So let's close it out with a ground fight because I want to look at some of the assets because I just every time I think of this game I just think of the talk they gave about photogrammetry.
Yeah.
This was at GDC a couple years ago.
Yeah. 2016, I remember it well.
Oh, last year. Seemed like an age ago, but yeah, last year I guess. And I find that stuff fascinating, and it's being used in a lot of different projects now. But when you have a studio with this kind of budget, it's always kind of fun to go and like, oh wow, look what you can do.
It's cool. It's cool that Star Wars can exist with photogrammetry because they made a big deal about like getting to go into the Lucas Vault and like take photos of old assets.
Yep.
How come I can't? Oh, multiplayer, Galactic Assault. What's going on? It's not letting
I
me.
don't know. Sometimes it just puts you like, okay, I just got put in a random match.
So maybe you should leave the match.
I would, but there's no button to leave match. There's button to start and button to view abilities.
Did you hit start?
I did. That's the secret. There we go. This happened to me last night, and I was just like, well, I'm just going to close the entire game, I guess, because I can't figure out how to get out of this menu.
Sure.
I don't know if you can see it there on stream, but there's a lot of there's like just enough nods towards like a Destiny-esque social system that I find it really weird they didn't go farther. Which is like you can have like victory poses, but you can have like taunts and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't. Unlike Destiny, you don't slow down and like just use them. Like you're pretty. I mean, maybe if you're comfortable. Are you in the menu?
Yeah, but I'm having that bug where it like the controller doesn't respond.
Oh yeah, just hit the bumpers.
Yeah.
But here, let's get in Galactic Assault.
Oh God. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Just fine.
So like I was saying before, we were trying to suss out logistics. Yeah, like they get to like there's enough physical Star Wars props out there still in the world to scan into the game and turn into assets to make stuff, which is interesting because it's not how you normally like make characters and stuff like you know texture maps and skeletons and all that. Like there's a lot of ways to make a physical character in a game, and last time I checked, taking a photo of a physical gun and putting it in your game is not generally how you do it. But I guess there's still physical gun props out there. They're just plastic and, you know, oh, we're battle droids again, which were clones. No.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, as much as I don't hate the prequels like everyone else does, I don't think it's anyone's fantasy to be literally like the most easy to kill, mindless enemies in the Star Wars universe.
I mean,
like stormtroopers, at least like there's a fandom. I was wondering if we are going to talk more about this, but like there's a fantasy of being a stormtrooper in that like the aesthetic of space fascism is cool, which sounds nerdy, but like that's definitely a thing. Like people want to be in the 501st and stuff.
I mean, the fascists always have the best uniforms.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate reality. Oh, you're just starting
Sort
to
of
go
disagree.
for it.
Yeah, because usually there's a fight. Enemy team will show up around here, around this corner. So if you get up here fast enough.
Sentry guns online.
Well,
I just put a lot of lasers into that guy. It took him a while to go down.
yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, see, you got Nicholas Wagner going in. The Empire did nothing wrong.
Oh no.
Like it's not. I mean, let me put it this way. I think there's a way to be there's a healthy way to be a fan of the Empire. Although I was actually talking with a guy who works on Star Wars Rebels, who said his perspective on that has totally changed in the last year. I'll call wonder why. What was like, I think there's a healthy way, like you can do that without like celebrating the Nazis that inspired them. But there's also definitely a dang it.
It's okay. We're gonna get through this.
Yeah, there is a it's partly because like it's fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't thought a lot about it. There's definitely like, I always thought when Star Wars was younger, and we were all a little younger.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun little niche to mine. The idea that like good people stuck doing bad jobs, like all the people that died.
Yeah, like Imperial characters who aren't jerks.
Yeah. Or people who have to do things they don't want to because of circumstances beyond their control.
Yeah.
Now is not the best time to dig into that in terms of like.
Yeah, or people who play Star Wars like
sympathizing with fascist ideologies. That's like not. It's not where we're about right now.
Well,
wow, there's some really good birds. Yeah.
Like, the heroine for this game is an Imperial. She's seen both Death Stars well because she's an Imperial special ops soldier. Dang it! I have a shotgun and no one to use it on. It's gonna go away.
I mean, like, the secret fucked up thing about this is that if the battle droid side loses, you get this message that says you're all going to self-destruct now.
Yeah.
Because you failed. It's like, oh, all right.
I think there's we're totally standing on the border here, and I just totally went behind, went out of the mission zone for a few seconds, and then killed a guy and got back in.
That's a hot strat. That's a pro tip. Is just the edges are you can run beyond the edges and then kind of circle back around buildings.
Yeah.
Another pro strat is stick by your teammate, so I'm gonna try and find you.
Yeah. I like how dedicated you are to sticking together.
I'm a team player. Oh, we live together, we die together. God, there's some really beautiful buildings.
I got owned by T. Stewie! Old Siren says, let's be honest, it was because of the red lightsabers. That's fair. That's being a Sith. That's not being an Imperial. I mean, Darth Vader is cool. That's not, he's the most popular selling toy or something, I guess. I don't know.
As long as we're just, indulging our inner 12-year-olds, it always bummed me out that that when Star Wars came back in a big way, they didn't go beyond the red versus blue dichotomy of lightsabers. Like, the idea that the color of the thing you put in this thing determines your ethical leanings, which is just really weird and overly moralizing. But I guess the whole idea of Star Wars is overly moralizing. This idea there's a giant force that ripples through the galaxy or the universe that is good or evil.
It depends who. Oh man, what's funny is the morality and ethics of Star Wars vary so much from project to project. And you have KOTOR 2, which makes it so gray, and then you have things. Then you have the end of the after things they did after New Jedi Order, where they're no, it's all black and white. And then you have they're the movies have not done a great job exploring anything other than black and white morality. Come on, where are they? This is the problem with the Battlefront games in one sense. It just turns very quickly into you can just get picked off from nowhere because these maps are so big.
Or it's just like a real Battlefront.
Yeah, there's a degree to it. Ain't that the truth?
You just stand in there and then whoops, you're done.
Yeah, I guess we're defending this point. Here, I'll come to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna die because there's 8 dudes here.
I'll avenge you. Please toss a grenade out. Oh god, they're coming. Well, if they come around this corner. Come on,
man.
Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. Of course he does it right when my... That was not cool. There was like a little window where like I couldn't shoot.
Oh.
Alright, whatever.
I'm gonna beat this giant... Oh, never mind. I thought I was gonna be a giant gunship, but I lied.
Yeah, I thought I was too.
Hmm.
We're not pro Star Wars. We're definitely... I should only be spawning as an assault droid because it's all I am.
Yeah.
These toys were cool when I was a kid. The little assault droid toys, they were cool. I know that people don't like this movie that this is from, but the toy for this soldier was cool.
Yeah, that seems to be weighing on you. Do you feel like the new movies the prequels got a short shrift?
I think the prequels suffer from a hatred that is culturally unhealthy. I think they're not great. I think I think movies are allowed to be not good, like, but the level of like casual hate for these movies has just hit a level that I don't enjoy. Like when I'm playing X-Wing and it just like X-Wing miniatures and it just turns into a 5-minute rant about the prequels, like from people who are there. It's like, this isn't fun.
That's just I mean, that just seems like you need to play with better people. No offense to those people, I'm sure they're great, but that just seems like a waste of 5 minutes of air.
It's all good. They mostly actually complain about the balance of the metagame right now, which I guess is every game.
Life's too short to complain. Just don't do it. That's how I feel about it. But I guess that's kind of a privileged perspective. Oh, I lost you. Where did you go?
Hey, we never talked about the reloading mechanic they put in. They put in like a little Gears of War style reloading mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I didn't want to bring it up because I'm not entirely sure how it works. I mean, I've definitely got it to work where it seems to be only when you overheat, right?
Yeah, when you
instead of clips, it's all energy.
Yeah, which makes sense. In Battlefront, there aren't. I mean, different games have obviously run with it in different directions, but I'm running out across open field. This is bad. Joining
Seems
a group
wise.
of droids.
Oof. It is funny, this idea that like you're meant to be role-playing grunts in a galactic war, but you're loading up with cards.
Yeah.
You're augmenting your loadout by slotting in cards and victory poses. And I think it's relatively unobtrusive given what they're trying to do, but it's like a strange melding.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I got a bomber, but I'm not sure when I'm supposed to bomb. Since we're on defense.
Nicholas Wagner says, is there a term the industry uses to differentiate between FPS, where there is a high amount of network traffic, versus FPS there is a low amount of network traffic? Example, in 20 vs 20 game, you can't communicate as much data as you would in a 4 vs 4 multiplayer game.
What a great question. I wish we had a network engineer on here to answer it for you.
Yeah,
Cool.
sorry, I don't know much about that.
I mean, probably, right? I mean, I imagine the complexities of managing a 40-player match are leagues beyond a 8-player match or whatever. Not to mention that these... What am I supposed to do with this bomber? Right, give me a target. I'm just flying around the battlefield.
See...
I have to really
for
silly
you.
Stuff here.
I don't know what to do with a bomber. I know what on this side. I know what to do with a bomber on their side. Hit the MTT, but you need to keep them from hitting the MTT, I guess.
Oh yeah, good thing I got this bomber to fight this.
Where the freak did it
interceptor.
drop? Oh jeez, I'm so bad. T-Stewie just keeps killing me. Why does my droid like? It's like, oh no, my gun's too hot. You're a droid. You don't have anything, any. I mean, like the humor of Star Wars is the droids.
Are you saying droids can't feel pain?
But it's definitely also what's funny is like I'm sure the Star Wars nerds in the audience and on the dev team could point to Return of the Jedi when a droid is being tortured with heat.
Oh yeah, I mean I remember there was that book Tales from Jabba's Palace, and like they make up a reason in there why the droid is being tortured, and it's like the other droid has like a special pain sensor, and so it feels good when it senses pain. And I, being 13, I just was like, yeah, totally, okay, cool. I guess droids can feel pain. I feel like that wasn't a very trenchant insight into the state of Battlefront II and video games in 2017, but in case you were curious, oh, I lost you. This is my favorite pick, because like, look at how good this palace looks.
Yeah, it's a good looking palace. You're absolutely going to get swarmed.
All I want to do in this game is stop fighting and just kind of take a walk.
That's what you want to do in every game.
Yep. Every game is a walking simulator if you try hard enough. If you fall back and you ran on ahead. Never mind.
I just died. I'm so bad at this.
Huh. Well, this sure is a pretty place to die. Do you think robots die?
These
Can you just be a different
depends on the droid.
body?
Depends on the droid in the Star Wars verse, but yes. I
Oh.
mean, well, K2SO like just freaking like died in Rogue One.
Well, but couldn't they just like put him into another body?
Well, he got blown up, so I don't think any of the circuits that logged his memories and experiences were still there.
So it's just bad planning on his part. He should have had like a Dropbox or something.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Like cloud.
Do,
I'm sure cloud.
do they
computing
have
is
Wi-Fi in
Wars.
Star Wars? I've never really thought about it.
Well, they have networked computing. They have all the kinds of stuff. Oh, it's Ray!
Uh-oh.
It's Ray!
What's up?
No, this
He's
is
gonna-
bad. I
Ray's
got
gonna blow
force
me up.
pulled. I got force pulled. I'm running away.
Me too.
Roger, Roger.
Where'd she go?
Ah, okay. Oh, it's Darth Maul. Thank God, he's on our side.
I got a gun with her name on it. Oh,
Thank the
there
Force.
she is. I just got Jedi'd.
Programs loaded.
That's cool.
Finally, got T. Stewie.
Who is T. Stewie?
One of the people who is making our lives very difficult.
All right, stay close to your teammates. They're in bonus score.
All right, Boba Fett's here, and Darth Maul's here, and we're securing the throne room, and we might win. Or, wow, we just killed Rey. Here come the clones.
What a good statue this is. Look at the light on the statue.
I'd look,
I
but
wonder-
I'm dead.
I mean, they probably didn't use photogrammic techniques on a statue, right? Because they'd have to actually have a statue.
Yeah, no, I think they just modeled that. They could have modeled parts of the statue off real, like someone was saying. I think there was a brief point where like Battlefront had Mass Effect's rock, or Mass Effect had someone else's rock. Like,
Right.
someone had a rock.
Yeah, there's a famous rock. I think it's in Iceland, but I could be wrong. And like they both went and captured it using photogrammetry and then brought it into their game.
I'm down.
I just killed the guy that shot you, I think.
Cool.
But I wasn't fast
We
enough.
won. We took the throne room.
Right on time.
I think my only critique of that battle, like the problem with winning in this game is unlike winning in Destiny, where like you can see a kill happen. Like you could win while dead here. I mean, you can win while dead in Destiny, but it's generally much more satisfying. Yeah, you won't see us on this list. Look at all these
Not yet. This is just a beta.
Yes, the beta was just getting warmed up. All right, level 6, rank up. I can buy some. I can buy some loot boxes.
Yeah, just like in the movies when Luke ranks up after the Death Star and he goes and buys a loot box. And then he gets the medal. It's great.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's
I'm. Go for
it's
it.
weird to see a game last this long, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
if you track this back, this franchise, such as it is, has been going on for well over a decade.
Yeah.
And they have managed to revive it and sort of rejigger it in a way that seems like it would be very economically successful. And it doesn't hurt, I'm sure, that they're tied to an incredibly successful and profitable film franchise.
Yeah.
But it's neat. It's neat to see a game that in some ways feels so old. Like you're playing these big, and they don't call it deathmatch, but you're playing these big deathmatch battles. Still be incredibly popular and relevant, and remarkably well made. At least in terms of like assets and stuff.
Yeah, Alex, I know you're saying smart things right now, but yeah, I got a defensive upgrade for a fighter.
I'm not saying anything smart.
I can select Bray as an MVP. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just running out of steam. I would definitely. I'm interested in the single player. I remain interested in the single player campaign. I remain interested in how narrative design works in a Battlefield type shooter, because it's actually worked before. You had like Bad Company 2 and other stuff that like everyone really liked, and they did some smart stuff with. I'm
Man,
interested in
Bad
the
Company
Starfighter.
2 was like so long ago, though.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Starfighter mode, and I'm interested in now that they've had more time, because they rushed the first one out to make The Force Awakens. Like that was pretty clear at the time. Other people have been posting smarter design insights about how this game seems to pick up on things that the first one didn't quite hit. So with that, I think it's time to wrap things up.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah.
That was super chill. Thanks
Yeah.
everybody for hanging out with us. We just had a little bit of laid back look at a new game, and we'll be back next week with more developer interviews, roundtables, and other fun stuff.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we would appreciate it if you click the follow button, because I know normally we're interviewing folks, but sometimes we just play games too. So we would appreciate it if you just clicked that follow button.
Just mash that button.
Mash
Get those
it.
likes.
Yeah, give us like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Anyway, have a good day, everyone. We said the things we need to say. So bye.
Happy weekend. Bye.